All right, just doing a bit of a brief live video here because we talked on the morning show about whether or not Illinois increased population or declined in population with the latest U.S. Census numbers that are out, and those numbers are out now. And it's rather fascinating as to what we're seeing here. So let's just go ahead and take a look at some of the data that shows Illinois continues to lose population. And in particular, we're seeing an acceleration of that population decline. So the latest stats out from the U.S. Census, you can see this if you follow along, and it really kind of lays out just how much population Illinois has lost in the past year. And you can find this at the Census's website, census.gov. But let's go ahead and check this out here, where you've got the growth of the population now at, overall, seeing an increase across the country of 0.4%. But when you break down some of those numbers, the change in population, you see where you've got a lot of different states that are doing much better than Illinois. So the most populous states, Illinois is still behind Pennsylvania. With now on the 2022 numbers, 12.58 million. That's down from last year's numbers of 12.68 million. So when you break down the stats even more, the census goes through and shows the overall percentage growth for certain states. Florida is growing by nearly 2%. Texas by 1.6%, so you can see those numbers there. But the top states in decline, Illinois is at number 3 with 104,000 fewer people on net than the year before. Behind California's 113,000 and New York's 180,000. So those are just some of the latest top line numbers. And if you go through and take a look at the spreadsheet, which you can get on the Census's website, you can download it and break it out. You can see Illinois in the line. It shows, year after year population estimates, and looking at some of the numbers for 2022, we're at 12.58 million. Again, that's down from the 12.68 million. But you go through and you look at some of the other stats here for Illinois, and the stats include overall population change, the number of births that there are. So, for instance, in the birth line for 2022, there were 131,000 births in Illinois. But when you look at the deaths for Illinois in 2022, there were 126,000. So more births than deaths, but it's still not enough for the overall net outbound migration, which shows that Illinois lost people to the tune of 110,127. And that's accelerated from the loss net migration out of 104,000. Now, what's driving that? Again, I'm not a demographer, but just looking at these numbers, what's really driving that seems to be the domestic migration out of 141,656 people. So that in itself right there is a bit of an update as to the U.S. Census latest numbers. Illinois continuing to lose population at a faster rate, the 9th consecutive year of population decline, around 110,000 fewer people in Illinois. So these are some numbers that you want to digest as you head into the holiday, the weekend here. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you, and hopefully that little update gets you prepared